Rocco from RoccosGamingJourney.com, and I'm definitely happy to be back with y'all. I missed you. I know it's only been a short 8 months, but who's counting? But that's neither here nor there. I've definitely been doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes, and I'm very happy to share all of that with you over the next couple of days, weeks, etc. So we're diving into another 1v1 ranked game. As you can see, I'm actually teeing off with the Ottomans today, i.e. I am the Ottomans and I'm going up against the Golden Horde. Now, before we dive into today's game, ladies and gents, this is very, very important. I want you to do something for me. It's completely free. It's not going to cost you a thing. Pull out your phone right now, either scan the QR code that you see on the screen and or head over to www.mygamingjourney.com/newsletter. Once again, either pull out your phone and scan the QR code and or head over to mygamingjourney.com/newsletter, and you're going to see a page that looks just like this. Now, if you're on your phone, it is going to look a little bit different. The photo of my nice animated face is going to be cut off. You're just going to see the form. But if you are going there on the computer, you will see a form that looks similar to this. Fill out your information, click the submit button. The reason for this is very simple. As you're probably familiar and or you may or may not know, a lot of the different platforms that you're seeing content on, they do not always deliver the content to the end subscriber or end viewer such as yourself. So it does not matter if you hit the follow button, the subscribe button, whatever the case may be, the algorithm behind the scenes does not always push out the content. When you enter in your information, you're signing up for my free email newsletter, and that way I'm able to contact you directly. So, anytime I have a giveaway, anytime I'm actually posting a new video, anytime there's a new blog post that goes up on the website, anything of relevance that I need to push out for gaming related content to you, you will get it directly from me and it cuts out the middleman. So, once again, fill out your information, hit the submit button. You're going to immediately get an email from me that is going to look something like this. It's going to come from Rocco's Gaming Journey. Just open up the email, click the confirm your email button, and then you are going to be on the email list and you're going to start getting notified from me or updates from me once again. Once again, excuse me, not I was about to say emails. Of course, you're going to get emails. You're going to get notified when I post the video, blog posts, giveaways, etc. All of the good stuff. So, with that being said, let's dive back into the game and let's get into it. So, at the time of this recording, I was a gold 1, I believe, and my opponent was a gold 3. So as you see, I'm opening up with the 3-1-1 essentially. One on
Altındı.
gold, 1 on stone, 3 on wood, and then 1 on food. And then I'm going to start rallying over to food while I scout around. So typical opening,
Beklerim.
nothing special, nothing too crazy. Now, quick little fun fact. Prior to switching
Altındı.
over and playing Age of Empires on PC, I actually used to play on Xbox. So I was playing on console, and Ottomans were my main. So you have not seen me play any Ottomans since I've switched over to PC, especially not on the YouTube, but you will get an Ottoman game today. I'm definitely trying to dive back into playing with them a bit more, just because of how much I love them on the console side. When I moved over to the PC aspect, my mechanics were not good enough to consistently play with them. And as I'm starting to get a little bit better on the PC side, I definitely want to incorporate a lot more games with them. So, up against Golden Horde, I'm once again, I haven't been playing as much recently over the course of the last, X amount of months. So I wasn't really sure what to expect with the Golden Horde, with them being one of the newer civs. I don't know um, what to really expect at this point in time. I don't have enough data to go off of because I have not played against them enough at this point in time. I just know, of course, that they are a variant of the Mongols, and that's essentially what I was expecting going into this game, essentially, right? potentially some horseplay, maybe some keshiks. I know that they have like double production, so they can produce like, we'll say, 2 spearmen, 2 archers, 2 horsemen, you know, etc. So essentially that is what I was going into with this in that basis. So nothing too crazy. I'm up 7 on food, 2 on wood at this point in time, 1 on gold, 1 on stone. I believe I should have hit 3 on wood, not 2 on. Oh, that's why.
Munda.
One over from wood over to start building my military school. I should have left him on wood. Potentially, and started building with the 1 food villager. But you know, just my thought process at this point in time. I believe 3 should have remained. So currently, I have 1 military school going up at this point in time. And it looks like I'm going to send over my spearmen across the map to potentially do some pressure. So that's where we're at. Essentially, 1 on wood's going to, 1 on stone's going to remain till I get at least 200 stone for a 2nd military school before I move him over to gold. Currently on 10 on food, 3 on wood, 1 and 1. So 3 minutes in, nothing really to report at this point in time. Nothing special is happening. I did get a decent chunk of sheep, and it looks like I'm still getting a few more, which is nice. So I'll take that with a grain of salt. Level on food. Looks like I'm headed back over to do a little bit of scouting. And we'll have a spearman on the map soon enough. So I'm excited about that. 339 age up. That's what it looks like. See, and I'm actually aging with our twin market. And unfortunately, got a little bit of idle scout time. So we'll see what happens. So I'm aging up with 7, left 4 on food. And I'm just trying to get an idea of what my opponent is actually doing at this point in time. So it looks like there's a lot on wood. I don't see too much gold, or I shouldn't say gold, too much food. Maybe that is a food play that I just didn't see. Looks like I'm going back in, well, maybe I'm not going back in for a scout. I was going to say, it looks like I'm going back in for a scout, but I don't believe so. So, we have a decent chunk of the map scouted. I have a spearman going across the map, as we can see. See what damage may or may not get done. I don't know at this point. But the age up is almost done. A little bit over on my stone. Didn't quite get the 100 transfer of stone. 105. Not too bad. And then now we're gonna start dropping another military school. Drop off these sheep. Does not look like I'm actually doing anything. Okay, it doesn't look like I'm doing anything with my spearmen. So let's see. It looks like I am actually doing a little bit of torching down of his little stone encampment. I'm going to call it the Ovo. And then now I'm just rallying some spearmen over to the gold. I'm no longer collecting stone at this point. For a little bit of extra pressure for me because my micro is amazing. My pooling of my workers is not that amazing either. So I figured since he aged up, he would probably be coming with maybe some horses or something like that. And after I did a little bit of torching, that's why I backed off. Looking at right now, unfortunately, once again, don't be like me, be better. 11 on food, 7 on wood, 2 on gold. Spearmen that are being rallied over the gold. 2 on gold. And I believe I started rallying over to gold. I got about 8. Or did I wait until I got about 11? I don't remember. This is like a brand new game to me, y'all. We're watching it together. Quick side note, you'll notice that the quality is a lot better. Recently just got another rig, so like I said, I got a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. So a lot better quality, better lighting, etc. So I'm excited for take a quick little gander and see what's going on. So I chased this on back. Didn't lose any workers, which is a plus. And now we're just making our rounds, y'all. Still don't have a actual blacksmith out yet, unfortunately. So we'll see, you know, when I end up incorporating one. I don't know, and it looks like with my, what's it called? The 0 points. I ended up going with the let's get it out there and see what's going on down again. Good. Just keeping him at bay. Scout still just randomly sitting, no scouting whatsoever. And it looks like we're actually putting up the first blacksmith. So that's good. Barracks going down, blacksmith going down. 11 food, 10 wood, 3 on gold. Okay. Still nothing too crazy. Let's see how things end up panning out, y'all. And I saw the first coming, which was a plus, so I'm like, okay. Got some Sipahi coming out. Still rallying, okay, rallying Sipahi now. So at least my scouting, or lack thereof, did something. Infrastructure's up, so 2 military schools, 1 archery range, some stables, some barracks. So kind of just producing a lot of different stuff. On top of that, as you can see, getting different economic upgrades. So we're technology 2 for food. What about our gold? Did I do anything with gold? No, still 1. And then, okay, so the only thing that's missing at this point in time is just the gold upgrade. I guess in the grand scheme of things, I'm kind of happy it is missing, for lack of better words, because I don't have a lot of gold, so it's not like I needed to actually, you know, put that up at this point in time. But rallying my units over there just to try to protect, putting up a castle, not a castle, an outpost. There, okay. Decent exchange so far, decent fight. It doesn't look like I'm losing much. Lost my spearmint, right? But in the grand scheme of things, I should have microed him up out of there. Not a bad engagement. Right? He lost his entire army. Not a bad engagement, right? I lost Amon that I really didn't necessarily need to lose, but yes, once again, my micro isn't phenomenal. So I apologize for amazing gold 1 play. Still working on getting better, but that's where we're at right now. So did end up getting my, it looks like I'm supplied. Got a house going up right now. Did end up getting my upgrade just to get some, you know, deer quicker, which is nice. Up to 8 on gold. Still left with 1 gold upgrade. And I just want to get an idea see if I had anything going on. So it looks like I transitioned. Got about 19 right now. Hopefully I go up there and look at that actual fight. So not good. Right? I'm losing a lot. Amon is still keeping units alive. Like Spearmen are down, some body are down.
İstikametimi itikadım tayin eyler.
Hoping I pull him back.
Beni icra ederim.
I do pull him back. That's a plus.
Menzilim aşikardır.
So not a favorable exchange for me, but in the grand scheme of things,
Sen
I did
çiftine
end up
emir
killing
eylersen.
a decent chunk of
Emir eylediğin
so,
vari azimet eylerim.
and I'm talking about his army, that is. So backing up, getting close for an age up.
Buralar.
19 on food. Let me see what I do with my second vizier point. I believe I do go military campus. That's kind of my go-to across the board, but we'll see what I end up
Beni
doing
icra
for
et.
sure. And got some upgrades. I could have forwent those, right? I'm talking about blacksmith upgrades, but I figured when I did see him making another army, I was like, he might be trying to do another push. So in the back of my mind, I was like, let me actually spend some resources and actually put that into, you know, some upgrades for my units. So that's what ended up occurring. So, where we ended up going with age up 1245, which is nice. Not special, but it's something. With our age up, and then I know that I'm going with our Imperial Army. So I do like to be able to get out siege equipment, which is nice, and then now we're adding some more infrastructure.
Hey,
What's going on here, y'all? So, 17 people on the age up. I don't think you need that many on the age up. But look what ends up happening. I was like, oh, okay. So that army is coming again.
buyruk.
Let me throw you inside.
Emrinle.
Like, oh no.
Emir eyledik invari, azimet eyledik.
Go back. Let's get ready to fight.
Vazifem tam.
Up. 23 on food. I just moved those bad boys out the way. I need to get some workers back on wood. Looks like I got 11, which is a plus. And now I'm just trying to stay back for a second and see what's what. Let's take this fight. This upgrade should pay off, I would imagine. And then for the upgrade, it looks like the vizier point that I went with was the extensive fortifications. So the moment I saw that army coming, it looks like I made the correct call. I don't know if it's the correct call as of yet, but it seemed like the correct call at the time. So looks like we have some more. Moving my on back.
İtaat eylemeye
And at this
cevap.
point in time, I remember I was scared. I was like, I know I didn't work this hard to do all of this. And end up losing the game behind the scenes, right?
Sen çıkune emir eyle.
Extensive fortifications are paying its weight in gold.
Harben hazır.
He moved his army back, and it looks like he's
Nirat.
over here on this wood line. So I believe I did move my workers and go to a different wood line.
Ne icra
Plus,
eylenmesi lazım?
so I was smart enough and proficient enough to make that happen. So that's a plus. So, however, unfortunately, we don't have a what's it called? No, there it is.
İş
I'm like,
eylemeye hazırım.
sitting there carrying lumber across the map. So I backed up, trying to get an army together. He's still age 2, I'm age 3, so in my mind, I'm like, by default, if I can withstand this, I'm ahead, right? Like, so now I'm just pumping out more units. Infrastructure-wise, my infrastructure is still trash. Let's just be real,
İcra
right? I
olunacak
got,
giriş ver.
what, 2 archery ranges, 1 stable, 1 barracks. Nothing, right? Got 2 freaking
Yayım
military
hazır, ben hazır.
nothing to
Bana
work
beyler,
about.
ateşe maruz kalın. Sen çıkune aklı eyle. İş eylemeye hazır amam. Ne icra eylenmesi lazım? İhyan, vazifeyle yürud eyle. Emrin ol.
Now they're here nor there.
Emir eyledik
Um,
insan, odun toplar.
And then I'm just trying to keep my army back a little bit while I get some goodies together and actually compile it.
Bana bir emir et.
So I moved these
Ne
over to
icra eylenmesi
Crossbow.
lazım?
That's what's training in that military school. Man in arms there. Please tell me I'm finally getting wood over here. We should be getting wheelbarrow, getting some more upgrades, which is nice. Did I finally get... No, look at this. Still level 1 for my gold upgrade.
İcra olunacak bir iş mi?
Looks like I'm finally building some more infrastructure, which is nice. And we're getting ready to start moving, I believe. Still no infrastructure. Got a lot of stuff building, but only 1 barracks, 2 archery ranges there. No siege workshops, no stables, no nothing. I did see... Okay, see the mosque go down. Did I at least go out and start getting relics?
Hazır.
Ah, okay.
Arzun
I did
nedir?
just go out. Okay. Another catapult. And I think I ended up actually... Was there a market anywhere? No. No market.
Ne icra edenmesi lazım gelir?
So my opponent's in, he's still age 2, right? So I don't know if he is compiling another army. As you can see, I'm not scouting, so definitely Rocco on that front. There was no scouting whatsoever. Lost my scout early in the game, and I decided I did want to get up this road as I start moving across. Did drop off that 1 relic.
İtaat et cevval. İtaat eylemeye cevval.
İcra olunacak bir iş ver.
Terrible at this point. Definitely get to see speed up a little bit. So, definitely have taken a sacred right now. Supply cap, only 1 relic, y'all. There's relics on the map, a lot of relics that I definitely could have grabbed, but did not.
Hizmet için heveskar.
And okay, so I have idle villagers. Looks like I have one of them down there. Start grabbing, making some more infrastructure, which is nice. But I'm grabbing these sacreds as I'm moving, which is already also a plus. And okay.
Emir vaktidir.
So we're looking somewhat decent. I had to make a foreign transit. And things alive, which is a plus.
İcra.
Nere azimet eyleyim?
So, and infrastructure is not amazing. So it looks like I am finally.
Mermi bir
Which
uğrayla.
is nice. So I cleaned up his army. Looks like I do have him coming back. Plus, he could have been very could have got cleaned up a couple of times, especially early on in the game. I do believe if he would have attacked his whole army at that point instead of splitting, so when he had part of the army getting shot by that extensive fortification and another part of his army where he was trying to actually attack down on my extra gold vein, if he would have just came and attacked with everything, it would have been bad for him, right? So at the time, now we're just getting a little siege action, my armies more and more and more.
Senin için inşa edildi.
Down a bit. Use my goodies too.
Mahsulatı toplarım.
He's probably a tad too big for him to deal with at this point. It's my thought process. And I'm like, I can just keep sieging things down and continue on actually just defending him down from here. Now, my captains trying to keep the army siege, just so I don't lose anything in that regard. 2 to 3 sacreds. I believe there's 3 on this map. At the time, I didn't know where the 3rd one was at. So I was like,
Pekala. Ne icra edersin lazım?
down, still army. 4.
Tamam. Ve icra.
Zoom up, zoom in a little bit, speed up a little bit.
Mermiler gelir.
So I was like, okay, I'm getting shot with something. I don't know what I'm getting shot with. Oh, there it is. That's it. Imperial. Get around Imperial as well.
Emir eylenen mekana azimet ederim. Onu hemen
I know
inşa
I
edeyim.
have better stuff. So let me slow down really quickly. As you can see, I decided I was grabbing some skills. I decided to put a castle in between the 2 sacreds, so I had enough sense to do that, which is decent.
İsabet alırım.
For that reason, I back up.
İticiden
And my upgrades, and I still had it exclusive, right? But I was like, once I saw the horses, I was like, Janissary should be able to clean that up pretty decently. So,
Düşman ateşine
upgrading
maruz
pretty
kaldım.
good. Yeah, let's go up here and take a. I'm 21 idle workers, y'all. 21. That's all my food. So I'm like, yeah, just come back up here and take a. At this point, base, getting upgrades, things of that nature, just and we took a duck. Definitely happy about that. So that was a plus. So let's dive into our pros and our cons. Let's start with the pros first, right? Number 1 pro, because there's not many of them. We'll dive into the pros. Number 1 pro, I'm happy to be back. Definitely happy to be back. So what was that game? I think that was the Prairie. Yeah, that was the Prairie. So yet again, I was gold 1 at the time of this recording. He was gold 3. So number 1, it's good to be back. Number 2, I'm happy that I was able to play a game with my Ottomans. It's been a struggle trying to transition and play them on PC for me, right? So that's just my 2 quick little pros there. Now, unfortunately, I normally do this, while we're looking at the game, and I'm out of touch for a bit, so we didn't have a chance to look at the game. So another pro I will say is that when he came down and started putting that pressure on, right? Even though I kept rallying workers to the woodland, which was a mistake, One of the pros I would say is that I adjusted with the workers who were on the wood line and I pulled them quick enough to move them to another wood line behind the base. Same thing that happened when he tried to pressure my gold. I was quick enough to put them in the outpost to attack his units and not lose my gold villagers when they were on gold. Same in the sense of when he um, was putting that pressure on the outpost, and instead of using my vizier point and getting another military school, I actually switched over and used extensive fortifications. That helped tremendously in my defense. So I was definitely happy about that. So those are probably the only three pros, right? Only one at this point. The other two is just me being back and actually playing Ottomans. So those would be my only pros. Cons, y'all. I lost a lot of villagers. I kept rallying to a wood line, never updated my rally point to a different wood line, or a different resource behind my base. I kept rallying villagers directly into the wood line where he was killing units, right? So that's a very big issue. Con number one. Con number two would be the fact that I did not build more infrastructure. It took super long before I started getting more and more infrastructure. That's an issue, right? I had maybe two archery ranges and one barracks and one stable and only two military schools up until like 13, 14, 15-minute mark, which is crazy, right? So I could have easily lost that getting overwhelmed, and that's not something that's supposed to happen when you're playing the Ottomans. You're supposed to be the one doing the overwhelming. So I could have easily lost that. Thank God I didn't. But definitely another big con that I need to work out and get situated. Another con that is, synonymous in all of my videos, as you know by now, idle villagers. I've had a lot of idle villagers, and that is something that I have to get a lot better at. Right. So those would be the cons at that point. There's a lot more, but we'll dive into that as we, discuss and get into more games. Right. So just a quick little look just to see what we were working with. Dude had a larger army than me, which is crazy. Our stats, I'll make sure I include that in the blog post, the accompanying blog post, and then we'll get that updated. So with that being said, ladies and gents, I definitely appreciate each and every one of you as always tuning in. Definitely check out the link below this video to go over and check out the accompanying blog post. Make sure you do opt in and join my email newsletter just so you can get notified of all the content moving forward and any valuable updates that I have for you. And until next time, I appreciate each and every one of you. Definitely feel free to like, follow, share, subscribe. Definitely hook up with me and link up with me on Twitch. You'll see me streaming over on Twitch, Kick, a few other platforms, TikTok, etc. So I look forward to hanging out with y'all live. And until next time, ladies and gents, we do this again. Appreciate y'all. Talk to you in a bit.